Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Today, our group will present a financial performance analysis of two major Indonesian retail companies, Matahari Department Store (LPFF) and Ramayana Lestari Sentosa (RALS), comparing Q1 2023 and Q1 2024. Our focus is on identifying key trends over these 2 years and their implication for each company's prospect. First, I will introduce myself and my friends. My name is Nahda Lutfiah Putri Pratidina.
My name is Aufa Ajwa Syahida.
And my name is Melissa.
The next topic is company profiles. To start, both companies operate in modern retail, specifically department stores. LPPF, known as Matahari, focuses on fashion and apparel in mid to upper market shopping malls. Meanwhile, RALS or Ramayana combines department store and supermarkets, targeting mass market consumer from middle to lower income segments across various cities and regions. This difference in market segments and business models significantly influence their revenue structure, cost profiles, and business risks. The next slide is balance sheet 2023 and 2024. Moving to the balance sheet, let's compare Q1 2023 and with Q1 2024. For LPPF, total assets grew significantly by around 14%, driven mainly by current assets like cash, trade receivables, and inventories. This indicates operational expansions such as increased credit sales and higher stock levels to support revenue growth. However, total liabilities also rose, meaning LPPF's funding structure still relies heavily on debt rather than equity. Notably, LPPF equity turned positive in Q1 2024 after being negative in Q1 2023. This reflects a successful short-term turnaround through profit generation and equity adjustment through risk remain. In contrast, RALS shows stable total assets from Q1 2023 to Q1 2024, with a shift from non-current to current assets. This suggests efficiency or rationalization of fixed assets, like store closure or rearrangements, while maintaining adequate cash and inventory reliability source modestly. With equity dominating the funding structure, RALS thus maintains a conservative and relatively safe capital structure. The next slide will be explained by my friends.
Okay. Income statement analysis, revenue growth, and profitability. Next, the income statement. Both companies recorded strong revenue growth in Q1 2024 compared to Q1 2023. LPV's operating revenue increased by about 37%, with net profit more than tripling. This means not only higher sales but also improved profitability. The earnings per share (EPS) also surged several-fold, which is highly attractive to investors as it shows better profit generation per share. For RALS, the pattern is similar but even more dramatic in operating profit. Revenue grew over 40%, and operating profit jumped several times from a previously low base. Net profit also tripled, boosting EPS sharply. This demonstrates RALS capitalizing on consumer spending recovery and operational improvement like cost control and inventory management. In summary, both companies are in strong rebound pace in Q1 2024 with explosive sales and profit growth. Next, key financial ratios. Profitability versus risks. Breaking it down into key ratios reveals important insight. On profitability, LPPV Q1 2024 net profit margin is in the mid-teens, slightly above RALS. This suggests LPPV is more efficient at converting sales to net profit, likely due to higher margin products or aggressive cost efficiency. However, on risk and capital structure, the picture's reverse. LPPV has a very high debt to equity ratio as its equity just recovered from negative territory. This elevates financial risks, especially if sales decline. RALS, with a current ratio well above 1 and low debt to equity, offers superior liquidity and solvency. In essence, LPPV offers high return potential with high financial risks, while RALS provides healthy growth with a strong, conservative balance sheet, ideal for risk-averse investor.
Okay, cash flow and liquidity. From a cash flow perspective, BET generates positive and robust operating cash flow in Q1 2024. LPPF product substantial operating cash still grows significant profit translate to real cash. RALS also show healthy operating cash investment in asset improvement will maintain a large ending cash balance. Addition, RALS bought back treasury share signaling management confident in using X cash to enhance shareholder value. Next. Okay, prospect and recommendation. Based on 2-year data, key takeaway emerged. First, retail sector recover is strong in Q1 2024 for both. Second, LPPF seed north. Investors seeking high growth but with no tail finance risks. RALS April 2020 balance growth and solving fundamental. For student, this case illustration reading financial statement not just for 1 year, but cross period linking balance sheet, income statement, cash flow, and rating to as a company character and risks.
Next, conclusion. The financial performance analysis of LPPV and RALS for Q1 2023 versus Q1 2024 reveals a strong retail sector rebound. LPPV shows a spectacular turnaround with 37% revenue growth, net profit tripling, and equity shifting from deficit to positive, albeit with high leverage risks. RALS maintains a conservative profile with 42%, revenue growth, operating profits surging 8x, healthy capital structure, low DA, and strong liquidity sustainably for defensive investors. Overall, both offer distinct opportunities. LPPV for aggressive growth, RALS for long-term stability.
This concludes our analysis of LPPF and RARS financial performance for Q1 2023 and Q1 2024. We hope this provides clear insights into evaluating retail companies on the Indonesian Stock Exchange. Thanks for listening to our explanation. We apologize for any mistakes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.